out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Folks, how we doing? Hang in there for a moment, why don't you? I'm still getting ready. What is this button?
Honey, I'm home.
Why do I have that button? I don't know. Hang in there, folks.
Oh, wow. Here he comes.
Let me show you what I mean now. By the first thing you do is get right up in their face, you point the finger. Then if you can't get close enough, you turn the hand around and kick some dirt. And then if he's missed a strike, you get over here and you put dirt all over the thing. You throw the hat down, you pick it up, you throw it, and then you're so bad, you throw him out of the game. You're out of here. That's the way a major league manager should.
I learned something, buddy boy.
Where are we here, folks? This sleep schedule is bananas. Yes, Orioles magic. Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be playing the, help me out here, Toronto Blue Jays in Grapefruit League action down here in Florida. How you doing, folks? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. That works for me. Today, just one game here on the channel. Team USA not playing tonight. They're 2-0 so far in the World Baseball Classic group stage. Pool play, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, so just the one game here now. It is Sunday. Just getting the afternoon going, coming out of daylight savings, losing an hour of sleep. Folks, even though daylight savings isn't practiced where I live, it still affects me too, because this game is an hour earlier now than it would have been without the change. And that didn't make me too happy. It's already a bit of a task figuring out when to sleep. When to sleep. Where am I? Why am I not on the screen over here? Is this paused? Oh, okay, there I am. I'm there. Am I looking okay? I just had a shower. I think my hair is still a little wet. I promise it's not greasy. It's just wet. Quick shower. Didn't shave. How you doing, folks? It's a very unprofessional presentation here today. We're just going to relax today. Get my coffee ready. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I probably need to put on a cup of coffee. The Orioles today. What is happening? Let's get through the matchups and starting lineups. And first pitch should only be about 5 minutes away. Let's get started. Yeah, time is moving fast. Tyler Wells is going to start today for the Orioles. He's been featured only in relief so far this spring. Not sure what the plan is here for Wells. There is a list of scheduled pitchers for today. Let me see what that is. How many do we have? After Wells, it's going to be Ryan Helsley, Jackson Kowar, Anoli Paredes, Cameron Foster, and Anthony Nunez. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 innings there. I think they're going to ask Wells to go at least a couple of innings today and stretch him out a little bit. And I think that's not a bad idea. Wells, for me, looks really sharp. And, I mean, you can't be much sharper. 5 innings in spring this season. He's given up 1 base runner in 5 innings. 1 base runner. 1 hit. No walks. And has struck out 8 batters in 5 innings. That is elite bullpen stuff. And I want a strong bullpen. Some people might say, well, damn, if he's that good, put him in the rotation. I think we've got enough arms to choose from to put a nice rotation together. And even if one of them fails, we have 6 guys, I feel, to choose from. What do you got? Trevor Rogers, Kyle Bradish, Shane Baz, Chris Bassett, Dean Kramer, and Zach Eflin. All right, so you got 6 guys right there. We need a strong bullpen. I think Wells would be a great late inning guy, high leverage guy. And with Andrew Kittredge down for right now, it's all the more reason that we need a reliable right-handed reliever in the pen. But he's going to start today, and based on the number of scheduled pitchers, it seems like they're going to try to get him to go 2 innings today. That's my guess. But that's okay, because, again, Tyler Wells, one of the things that's very appealing about him is his versatility, his flexibility. If he needed to, for whatever reason, at some point this season, to stretch him out to become a guy that can go 3, 4, 5 innings or more, he can build his way back to that. So I think if he's going to stay in the pen, which makes the most sense to me, why not see if he can go more than just the 1 inning? If we do implement a 6-man rotation, what that's going to do is ask the bullpen to have 1 less arm, and the arms that are there, it would be nice if they can get more than 3 outs per appearance. We need guys that have a little more stamina, like a Tyler Wells, that can get you 4 outs, 5 outs, possibly 2 innings in a particular appearance. So that's my thoughts on that. We're like 2 minutes away from first pitch. We got to fly. Tyler Wells is on the mound against a right-hander for the Blue Jays. They signed during the winter in free agency Cody Ponce. Ponce has pitched in 3 innings this spring, giving up 1 run on 4 hits, no walks, striking out 4. The lineups for this game is at the Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota, so we're home as the Orioles. So the visiting Blue Jays look like this. Leading off playing center field, Miles Straw. Jesus Sanchez is in left field batting second. Eloy Jimenez, remember him? Well, he's having a hot spring for Toronto. He's DHing, which is the only place he belongs, if at all. But he's batting .346 in the spring, hitting 9 hits, 26 at-bats. He's batting 3rd in the lineup today. Of course, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. would usually be hitting around that spot, but he's off to the World Baseball Classic. Valenzuela is doing the catching, and he's the cleanup hitter. Some of these guys, I don't know. Whoa, they just got rid of the lineup. It just went away, I guess because we're that close to first pitch. So I'll finish up on the lineup here in just a moment, but for now I got to focus on making sure everything's good to go for the stream and get the display fixed. Yep, it's off-centered again. Let's get that looking good. Okay, and Miles Straw is going to be the leadoff hitter against Tyler Wells. And let's see, this one over here on the vertical side. I wish I had the talent to make these edits in the on the display and talk at the same time about stuff, but I'm not that talented. Okay, that looks good to go. All right, so where did I leave off on this lineup? I'll just start from the top. For the Blue Jays, Miles Straw leads off in center field. Jesus Sanchez, left field, batting second. Eloy Jimenez, DHing, hitting third. The catcher, Valenzuela, is the cleanup hitter. Panengo in right field will bat fifth. McAdoo, the third baseman, hitting sixth. Lantigua at second base, hitting seventh. Namala at shortstop, hitting eighth. And Terata is batting ninth at first base. I don't know any of these dudes. I'm not going to lie, not going to pretend. Miles Straw is stepping up to the plate right now. We'll go over the Oriole lineup then between innings. All right, let's just settle in for the top of the first. Let's go, folks. Orioles baseball. First pitch of the ball game from Wells is in there for a called strike. We are underway. Miles Straw, a light hitter, contact guy, and there's some contact right there. A line drive base hit into center field. And just like that, the Blue Jays are in business. Second pitch of the ball game, they have a base runner, and he likes to steal. That's probably his best attribute, is the stolen base. He's a good defender in the outfield as well, Miles Straw, but a light hitter, but he squared up that pitch from Wells and hit a line drive. Here's Jesus Sanchez. Last season, partially with the Marlins and the Astros, came over in a trade with Houston that sent Joey Loperfido the other way. Swing and a miss by Sanchez. 0-1 on him. Orioles and Blue Jays, folks, should be an interesting rivalry in this upcoming season. By the way, Baltimore wearing their traditional opening day home uniform, white shirts and pants with the traditional caps. They're not wearing their spring training caps. Blue Jays aren't wearing their spring training. Well, I guess their batting helmet just looks the way it does. We'll see how their hats look in the field. The 1-1 pitch to Sanchez misses for ball 2. So you got the royal blue jersey tops for Toronto with gray pants, and the Orioles white shirts, white pants, orange lettering. Swing and a miss on 2-1. A changeup from Wells that was nearly in the dirt. And the count is even up at 2-2. How we doing, Charm City chat? There is nobody here. It's just Matt. There's less than 10 people here. Folks, sound off. Say hello. Make me feel like I'm not alone. I mean, it is only the middle of the night on the other side of the planet. Feel alone enough as it is. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Sanchez. Wells holding the baseball, and now he's going to throw to first. Wells was just frozen at the set position there for several seconds. Now we will get a 2-2 pitch. Wow, he is holding that baseball. Here comes the pitch. That is tapped in front of the pitcher. Wells is going to try to go to second for one. And did he get that out? He did. Wow. That is always a scary play. You never, well, I say you never know. I mean, if you're very familiar with a pitcher's fielding abilities, then you might feel comfortable about a play like this, but Wells sort of sidearmed it to second base, and he just didn't want to see a throw like that go into the outfield. It did not. We got the lead runner out on a ground ball back to the pitcher. So one away on a fielder's choice for Sanchez. Here's Eloy Jimenez, this guy. He was an Oriole for a couple of months, and I tell you, 2 seasons plus spring and season 3 doing this on my channel. He's my least favorite Oriole in the time I've been covering the team. 1-0 pitch is hit in the air to left, and circling under it with room to make the catch is Taylor Ward. 2 down. Looks like the Orioles have a pretty strong lineup today. They played a split squad game yesterday, so just about everybody played. Nobody had a day off, so it's not like a typical rotation. We've kind of gone 1 day on, 1 day off with sort of Team A, Team B. If we travel, we usually go with Team B. Here's Brandon Valenzuela, the catcher. He pops it up to left. Ward is going to have another play. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 10 pitches for Tyler Wells. He did give up a base hit to Miles Straw, but that's it. He does not get as far as second base. And we will go to the bottom of the first. The Blue Jays, nothing, and the Orioles are coming up. Wow. Folks, please say something in the Charm City chat. I don't think I've ever seen it this dead. Is it something I said? Is it the shirt I'm wearing today? It is laundry day, I will admit. I don't know what else is going on here. The Orioles lineup looks like this. Leading off playing center field is Colton Cowser. Taylor Ward is in left field batting second. Pete Alonso will hit third and play first base. Sammy Basayo in the cleanup spot. I'm seeing a lot of him there in that spot in these lineups lately. I'm hoping he can hang there once these games start to count. Basayo's catching, cleanup spot. Ryan Mountcastle, the DH, he's batting fifth. Dylan Beavers will hit sixth and play in right field today. Brian Ramos is playing third base today. Weston Wilson, we've seen him a lot at third base. We've seen him in left field. Today, he's batting eighth and playing at second base. And, folks, I'm starting to think we need to be a little more serious about Weston Wilson fighting for a spot on this team. I mean, if he can play second base as well. The guy's batting over 400 on the spring. Got a couple of doubles and a home run. He's hitting .417 at the moment. He's batting eighth at second base today. We'll see how he looks over there. Jose Barrero batting ninth at shortstop for Baltimore. So it's Cowser, Ward, Alonso, Basayo, Mountcastle, Beavers. Those 6 guys, you know. Brian Ramos, Weston Wilson, and Jose Barrero at the bottom of the order. All right, folks. Hey, there's a few people saying hello. I'm alive. I exist. Thank you for confirming that for me. Hey, Phantom, good to see you back. You made it back okay. How did you enjoy your experience watching USA versus Great Britain? You got to see Gunnar Henderson lead the way with 4 hits. That had to have been fun for you. First pitch here from Cody Ponce. Last season pitched in Korea, and what a season he had there. A record of 17-1. That's pretty good. He's fallen behind Cowser here, 2-0 to begin the bottom of the first. Game was fantastic. The drive sucked, I can imagine. Here is a not very attractive swing here from Cowser on a 2-0 count. Just sort of a feeble swing. Come on, Cowser. You got to look better on 2-0. He lays off this one low, a slider from Ponce. I'm trying to figure out why I can't go full screen here. A bit annoying. Here comes the 3-1, and that's a called strike. All right, well, this helps. That makes the screen slightly larger. Full count now on Cowser. All right, the chat is starting to move a little bit now. Payoff pitch. This is a comebacker. Nope, past the mound to shortstop. and Cowser will be thrown out as that will start the day for the Orioles offense. He did see 6 pitches. That's all I ask from a leadoff hitter. If you're not going to get on base, at least make the pitcher work a little bit. Let your teammates see what he's throwing. So last season in Korea, he was named the MVP with that ridiculous sub-2 ERA and 17-1 record for Cody Ponce. Here's Taylor Ward.
Taylor?
First pitch to him is ball 1. Next one is fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike. So we have Matt. We've got On Point. We've got Ken. We got Phantom. We got Null. Hello, Null. Greetings to you. And just popping in at the bottom there, John B. Is that Sloop John B? I feel so blick up. I want to go home. Why don't you let me go home? This is the worst trip I've ever been on. Ward reaches for one and pokes it to right field. It's traveling, but it'll stay in the yard. The right fielder will chase it down about 15 feet in front of the track for the second out. Ward flies out to right. I feel so blick up. I want to go home. Hey, here's the polar bear, folks.
A polar bear stirs.
Pete Alonso. He hit 272 last year. I tell you what, I was saying, I'll be happy if he gets those 40 bombs and a 250 average. I'm bumping it up. 265 at least. 0-1, no. Alonso is off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. I underestimated his average. 270s last season. Alonso fouls this one behind the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on in the bottom of the first, no score. There's Michael. How you doing, buddy? Here's a panoramic view of the Ed Smith ballpark. The weather looks good. The 1-2 pitch. That's up and in. Alonso has to do that matrix lean backwards move to get out of the way of that pitch. There's Craig Albanez. 2-2 pitch. That pitch is a comebacker to Ponce. Easy play to first, and that'll end the inning. Alonso refuses to turn around until he reaches first base after being retired before he got halfway down the line. He just said, you know what? I'm going to trot this one out. All right, the Orioles are retired in order in the first inning. On to the second. There's no score. Orioles and Blue Jays, folks. All right, let me check over here on the Twitter feed, see if there's any other notes to go over. Again, pitching today, Ryan Helsley will feature. Jackson Kowar, I want to keep an eye on him. This guy, he's been a disappointment. He was a late first round draft pick by the Royals. Last season, he put up a pretty bad ERA. He's never really figured it out at the major league level, but he's got the stuff. It's there. And certainly has the velocity. He's been pretty good so far in the spring. I want to see what he does today. Anoli Paredes, Cameron Foster, Anthony Nunez also pitching today. Vance Honeycutt is with the team, folks. You got to like it. Vance Honeycutt is going to get an at-bat today in all likelihood. We like that, right? Where's that button?
Oh, boy, is this great!
Pitching tomorrow against the Cardinals, it's going to be Nestor Herman, who is expected to be a part of the AAA rotation to start the season. Also expected to be a AAA starter, Levi Wells has been scheduled to start on Tuesday. So, not quite sure what's going on here. Our actual rotation guy is going to come in the game in the third inning or something at this stage? Because we should be due to see Kyle Bradish in a game again here, I would think, tomorrow or the next day. We should be seeing Shane Baz again here pretty soon. When do they pitch? I don't know, but it's going to be Nestor Herman starting tomorrow and Levi Wells starting on Tuesday against Houston. Just so you know. Ryan Helsley is on the mound, so Wells only went the 1 inning. And first pitch is swung on a miss. Folks, our closer is in the ball game.
Close the door. Close the door.
It's Yohendrick Penango. That is a name. A left-handed batter for the Blue Jays has a count of 0-1. Swing and a miss on a splitter from Helsley, 0-2. Yohendrick Penango. I assumed Wells would maybe go 2 innings today, but just going the 1 inning, that pretty much tells me that not only is he a lock for the bullpen, not only is he a lock to be a short relief guy, not a long man, but I think he's our setup man. They went to him, and then they went to Helsley. Here's a ground ball. That's going to be out number 1 here in the second inning. Penango retired on a ground ball to second base, handled there by Weston Wilson. Here is McAdoo, the Blue Jay third baseman. First pitch to him is a strike. I see a couple of folks there in the vertical chat. How you doing? Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on McAdoo. We got over there Michael and Uncle somebody. How you doing there, Uncle? I can't read your name because my vision stinks. 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Let's see. Bam is here. My Jays. This is the A roster? Well, not counting the star players that are off playing for various countries in the World Baseball Classic. Swing and a miss. A slider. Unhittable from Helsley. Unreachable. That is out number 2.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, that pretty much seals it for me. Wells, they're not even going to try to use them beyond just 1 inning. They want to use them late as a late inning high leverage specialist. That's what this 1 inning. I figured they're going to start him. Maybe they want to stretch him out for 2 innings. Let him be able to be used in the bullpen as a middle reliever, but not just for 1 inning, maybe get an extra out or 2. But that doesn't appear to be the case. Lantigua the batter now, and he's gotten ahead in the count 2-0 as that second pitch from Helsley hit the dirt. 2 down, nobody on base. No score in the top of the second. So they have 6 pitchers scheduled, but there must be a couple of other guys that are going to get into the game that haven't been announced. If we're going to pitch 9 innings today, I guess there's a chance we only pitch 8 if Toronto's... Oh, no, we're the home team. Yeah, we're pitching 9 innings. Who else is going to pitch? The 2-1 offering is apparently a little bit high. Just above the belt, apparently. And are they going to challenge this? Okay. The Orioles are challenging. They think it's top of the zone, and they're correct. The entire baseball is in the zone. Good use of a challenge. The call is overturned, and the count is now, instead of 3-1, it's 2-2. The 2-2. Hit on the ground and through the hole on the right side, a base hit. A nice piece of hitting by Lantigua. He really reached for that pitch on the outside part of the plate and served it the other way. That's old school baseball hitting right there, and I really respect it. So Helsley gives up a 2-out single, and that'll bring up Arjun Namala. Arjun played in high A ball last season. Namala. First pitch is inside to him. 96 on the heater from Helsley. Namala is the number 3 prospect in the Jays organization. What do you know about him, Bam? This one's in the dirt. That ball. And there goes the runner on a late steal attempt. And how about this? Sammy Basayo showing off his arm on a pitch in the dirt. He picks it up, fires, and nails the base runner at second. Where do you think you're going, buddy? Sammy. He's got work to do behind the plate, receiving the ball, blocking pitches, working with the staff. That all takes experience. But you can't teach an arm like that. And Basayo's accuracy might be in question. And we've seen him throw some balls into the outfield, but that was nice. That was a strong throw. Gun down, yes, sir. I wish I had a button for that. We need to throw out a would-be base stealer button. I mean, we got the steal button. What would be the opposite of that? I mean, you can't just do the womp 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 womp. Because that's when we screw up. I don't know. We'll just do this. We flushed them. There we go. We flushed that would-be base stealer. So Ryan Helsley gave up a hit in the inning, but he only faced the minimum 3 batters thanks to Basayo throwing out that base runner, Lantigua. On to the bottom of the second. Speaking of Sammy, he's going to lead off. Mountcastle and Beavers also due up in the next frame. What is shaking, folks? Is there a good baseball movie line about getting thrown out at second base? If there is, I can't pull it from memory. I mean, there's that scene where early on when Wesley Snipes in Major League is trying to show off how he can steal bases, and I remember he goes to slide in and it comes up like 5 feet short, and the fielder just sort of taps him on the helmet. And he says something, but I can't remember what. That might work. Bench coach Donnie Ecker. I got to be honest. I haven't said his name once since he's joined this coaching staff. What do we know about Donnie Ecker, folks? Let me know. I am in the dark on this guy. Mountcastle swings and misses at a high pitch from Cody Ponce. Mountie hitting .333 in the spring, 7 for 21, a couple of doubles. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Mount up.
Okay, mount up. Okay, mount up.
The 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Oh yeah, he just kind of goes, come on. Yeah, just an audio of that I don't think is going to help. Hey, if you're listening in on this interview with the bench coach, let me know what he's talking about. Here's a foul ball by Mountie. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Orioles are still looking for their first base runner of the game. They are currently 0 for 4. Here's the 2-2. Outside. Full count. I wonder why the other Jays squad has most of our regular players against the Tigers and not here. Bam, you're the one that said that this was the A team. Are you retracting that statement now? What changed? You saw what? Jesus Sanchez in the lineup? Oh, that was a joke. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Am I a Blue Jays expert? No. You got Miles Straw in there. 3-2 pitch. On a breaking ball lined right to shortstop. Caught over there by Namala for out number 2. Hit on the line by Mountcastle, but no luck. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Dylan Beavers. Folks, how about a joke? Show me your beavers.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Got Bush. We've got Bush.
First pitch to Beavers is hit on the ground towards second. Couple of bounces there. Throw to first is in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's it. 6 up, 6 down for Oriole batters against Cody Ponce. We head to the third, no score. That was quick. That was quick. You're gonna burn in hell. Oh, burn in hell. Hear no evil, don't you see no evil, don't you say no evil. Oh, sorry. The sarcasm didn't translate. What, the come on line from the movie? Uh-oh, Matt's got beaver fever. Matt, look, Charm City's already got a bad reputation for the STDs, man. Well, you know, if you got a case of beaver fever, my friend, just, you know, put a bag on it. Maybe lay low for a couple of weeks. Get an ointment. Is it like a rash or what's going on there? You know what? Save the details. Euphoria. Yes. That is going to be the name of the thumbnail for Game 7 of the World Series when the Orioles defeat the Dodgers. Somewhere around October, somewhere around Halloween this year. Hey, checking in from Silver Spring, Maryland. It's Leonard. How you doing, Leonard? Got the Oriole Bird logo for your avatar. Letting us know where you're at. Local kid. I'm not calling you a kid, Leonard. I'm sure you're a grown-ass man. There's a kid. A little girl sipping on a bottle of water. That's how I used to drink 40 ounces of malt liquor. I'd hold it from the bottom like that. Just guzzle it down. Jackson Kowar. Okay, I wanted to see him pitch. Here we go. With the Mariners last season, actually the ERA last year wasn't as bad as I thought. 4.24. First pitch to Namala, who caught that liner to end the previous inning, is for a strike. So it's 0-1. Next pitch is low. Check swing, appeal, no swing. So Kowar, let's keep an eye on the velo. Let's keep an eye on the location. First pitch was a sinker at 96. And then the next one, also a sinker, but only at 88. Here's a little tapper to second. It's going to be a tough play. A flip out of the glove of Weston Wilson is not going to be in time. Namala has got some speed and beats out an infield single. Really not much you can say on this in terms of the Orioles doing anything wrong. It was a good pitch from Kowar. It induced weak contact. Wilson did a nice job charging it and only had one way to do it. Just flip the ball straight out of the glove. He did that. Just didn't have enough time to get that guy out. So leadoff man on here in the third for the Blue Jays. And here's the number 9 batter, first baseman Riley Tarata, who played 116 games in AAA last season, hitting .268. 0-1 pitch from Kowar to Terata. There goes, nope. Basayo popped up. I assumed the runner had taken off, but I guess Sammy was just deking the runner, holding him at first. It's a 1-1 on Terata. Kowar holding the ball a long time. Here comes a pitch. There goes the runner now. And this throw is on the second base side of the bag. Not too accurate. And Namala's going to get in there with a stolen base. So despite Basayo nailing a would-be stealer in the previous inning, it is not stopping Toronto from trying it again. And if they've got a scouting report on Sammy, I'm sure it says try and test him because his accuracy is somewhat questionable at this stage. Here's a foul ball off to the right. It's 2-2 on Terata. Nobody out. Runner at second. We're in the top of the third. Yeah, how about that for Gunnar Henderson? So happy for Gunnar, especially when he made an error in the ballgame last night early on. In a game that Great Britain actually had a 1-0 lead for the first half of the game. Team USA could not figure out how to get going until the bottom of the fifth inning, and from there on, they started to pour it on. I think it was like a 5-run fifth, a 3-run sixth, another run in the seventh, and they pulled away. 2-2 is in the dirt, and Basayo, don't tell me that your hand it hurts that much. Come on, man. We've already seen you favor a hand. I hope Sammy can be a little tougher out there, man. Come on, man. Catcher position is not easy, buddy. We've got you locked into a long-term extension. You're a kid with a lot of money. You got to buck up and take those bumps and bruises back there. It's a tough position, man. It's 3-2 on Terata. Here's the payoff pitch. That is swung on and missed. Wow. I couldn't tell for a moment. I thought maybe he'd fouled it off. We get the strikeout for the first out of the inning. A big first out keeps that runner at second base.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Cowser in the leadoff spot. BW, what do you think? I think it's not any indication that they're planning on having him hit there in the regular season. I mean, Albanese has put out lineups that I don't think you can really point to too much. I mean, Alonso's definitely going to be hitting in the 3-4 area. I think he's going to probably hit third. He's using Basayo a lot, hitting behind Alonso, I've noticed. And I'm looking ahead to the future, and the future to me says the best guy to build this lineup, have the lefty-righty alternating balance, guys protecting the next guy, or guys protecting the guys ahead of them in the order. If Basayo can, hang with like an OPS in the 800s or better, which he has done so far this spring. I want him hitting behind Alonso. I do. But if he struggles early, it's a short leash. You got to go with whoever works. This 2-1 pitch just missed. Apparently a little bit outside on Miles Straw, who's up for the second time already. 1-for-1. He's got a runner at second with one out. The count is 3-1. Kowar's pitch is hit on the ground. Second base backhanded there by Barrero. Throw to first in time. Just in time. Barrero kind of held that ball. Sort of paused before throwing. Which, I don't know. Miles Straw's a quick runner. But we got that out. 2 down. Runner still at second base. Here's Jesus Sanchez 0 for 1. Ken says the Orioles are going all the way this year. I love it, Ken. Here's a wild pitch. It'll go all the way to the backstop. It bounces off the backstop and comes back a little bit but the runner at second will move up to third. Namala now at third base with 2 down. And even Sammy, with his blocking skills not up to par for me yet, really didn't have a chance to stop that wild pitch. The 1-0 is a strike. It's 1-1 on Jesus Sanchez. Cowser hitting first has to be to get him more at bats. Yep, that would make sense. But they're definitely not. That's no indication of like, oh, we should consider Cowser in the leadoff spot. It would be nice to figure out another lefty to hit in the top 4 in the order besides Gunnar, but I don't know who that candidate would be yet. I mean, the next best left-handed bat I feel like is Sammy hitting somewhere around the 5th spot. Otherwise, you're looking at, what do you got? Holiday, when he comes back, will figure it out. I know he hit a lot in the leadoff spot last year. I don't know if that's in the plans this time around. Here's a ground ball, a backhanded diving attempt by Wilson. He's unable to keep the ball from getting past him. It'll squirt into the outfield for a 2-out RBI single, and the Blue Jays are on the board. Namala comes in to score. It's an RBI for Sanchez, and it's 1-0. And Kowar not having the best inning of work here. If he's fighting for a job in this Oriole bullpen, that's the second hit of the inning, and he's given up a run now. Here is Eloy Jimenez, 0 for 1. It's 70 degrees in Baltimore today. Nice. That's good enough for shorts, right? Pitch to Eloy Jimenez is high from Kowar for ball 1. Kowar now up to 20 pitches in the inning. So, folks, that ball's hit hard into left field. A diving catch made out there by Taylor Ward. Hey, now. Ward didn't have a whole lot of ground to cover, but it was a very awkward play. It was a sinking liner hit right at him. He had to get down and figure out how to make the catch, and he did. It wasn't exactly smooth, but it was effective. Taylor Ward with a nice catch to end the inning. The Blue Jays do get the first run of the ball game and an RBI single, but that's it. We go to the bottom of the third. Toronto 1 and the Orioles nothing. What was I talking about? Oh, the weather. Yeah. It is time. It is time for. It is time for stormy weather. Still cloudy, but it feels great. Hey, I like cloudy. I don't need direct sunlight on me. I like indirect light. I like filtered sunlight. That's my thing. Hello there, Fire Shard. How you doing? What does the O's lineup look like this year? It looks good. Bam. Got a lot of guys with some speed. You got a lot of pop. It really comes down to, I think, a couple of guys needing to show that they can be a little more consistent. There's 2 guys that were banking on being basically everyday players that need to do better than last year. Adley Rutschman and Colton Cowser. I think Adley is going to bounce back. Bounce all the way back? I don't know. But I think we're going to see a significant improvement from last year for him. Cowser, the jury's still out for me. I don't know if he's going to figure it out. I don't know if he's going to be able to cut down on the strikeouts. I like him playing center field. I think he'll do fine there. And if we have to bat him at the bottom of the order, it's not the worst thing in the world if everybody else is picking up the slack. But everybody else, I'm thinking, is got a great chance to have a nice offensive season. Here's a pitch hit in the air to center field by Brian Ramos. He's quickly retired. Catch made out there by Straw, 1 down. That is 10 up, 10 down so far? Or what is it? No, we're in the bottom of the third. 7 up, 7 down for Ponce. Here comes Weston Wilson. With the Phillies last season, played in 54 games, hit under 200, but he's had a nice spring so far for us. And playing second base today. First pitch to him is ball 1. Next pitch is low and away, 2-0. A cutter from Ponce. 81 degrees in this spring training game. The 2-0. That's right in there. A flat fastball right in there. Wilson was not looking for a 2-0 heater, I guess, because that was certainly a nice one to offer at. 2-1 the count. We've got some kind of delay here. Manager. Who is that? Cito Gaston? That's not Schreiber or whoever. Who is this guy? Or Schneider? Who's the Toronto manager? Schreiber? Looks like the trainer's out there. Looks like they're checking on Cody Ponce, and they're going to ask him to throw a couple of pitches to see if something's wrong. After throwing the first pitch, Ponce seemed to say something like, yeah, as if everything's okay. I'm not sure what happened on the previous pitch to Wilson that caused the concern, but Ponce has appeared to have convinced the Blue Jays staff that he's okay. They're going back to the dugout. He stays out on the mound. Ponce may not be out there much longer regardless. He's in the third inning. He's on 30 pitches. 2-1 to Wilson. Swung on and missed. So Ponce looks fine to me. The count is 2-2. Schneider, thank you. I think I said Schneider. But I kind of went Schneider. Trying to cover my bases. 2-2's fouled back behind the plate. We'll do it again. Looking for the first base runner of the day. Come on. The Orioles left it late yesterday. 8 innings of no offense and then 2 runs in the ninth to get a tie. Wilson, a check swing, but the home plate ump says, I guess he foul tipped it on the check swing, and the catcher was able to hold on to it. Is that what happened? It's a strikeout. There's 2 down in the inning. Here's Barrero. 8 up, 8 down for Ponce. And Barrero fouls one at the plate. Barrero was with the Cardinals last year. 22 games with the big club, hit 138. Ouch. I think I've had a temperature higher than that before. This one's lined hard but foul down the left field corner. And the third base ump apparently saw his life flash before his eyes on that liner, trying to laugh it off. Home plate umpire today is Jeremy Rehack. He's got the word hack in his name. This umpire's a hack. All right, 2 down, nobody on, and 0-2 on Barrero. The pitch, swing, and a fly ball to center straight away to Miles Straw. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. 9 up, 9. Hey, Mr. Splash. He is on the road in Florida, Gulf Coast side. And he is spraying down the bleachers out there, despite the fact the Orioles have done nothing to warrant a wet celebration. They don't have a single guy to get on base yet. We're going to the 4th inning, 1-0 Toronto. Are you kidding me? Can you give me some? Just go ahead and put Honeycutt in the game at this point. Or else you're going to lose your TV audience here, Masson. Come on. We're at the stage now where watching spring games, it's just getting more and more difficult to enjoy because you just want it to be real. You want it to count at this point. So to watch a team just go up there and go 3 up, 3 down, inning after inning, at this stage of spring training, it's not fun to watch. Gunnar and O'Neill being at the Classic doesn't help in spring training. This is still a strong lineup. I mean, they could have played Blaze over Barrero if they wanted to. They could have had Mayo at third base. And, yeah, I mean, still got Cowser, Ward, Alonso, Basayo, Mountcastle, Beavers. I mean, gotta do better than this. Plus, I'm just a little worried. I mean, is Cody Ponce going to be this effective against us when it does count? Because I don't want him to be good. I don't want any of these new acquisitions from our division rivals to be good. I want them all to fail. There's a replay of Gunnar Henderson last night doing us proud out there in Houston. A 4-hit night. All right. Excuse me. I've got the hiccups for the second straight night. Paredes is on the pitch now for Baltimore. Right-hander. He's got the knee-high socks. Here's a ball hit in the air to right center field. Backing up is Cowser, and that ball is off the base of the wall. He fires it back in towards second. It's going to be a leadoff double for, is that Valenzuela, the catcher? So a rude introduction for Paredes. 4th pitcher of the day already for the Orioles. Toronto still has their starter. In AAA last season, Enoli Paredes, 4.40 ERA. This pitch is in there for a strike to Penango. Next offering, swung on and missed. 0-2. Two doubles, a line drive single, and legged out infield single. And I think got the stadium pumped more than anybody else. I mean, that home run ball from Schwarber, that was the same game, right? Here's a shallow fly ball to left field. Easy play for Taylor Ward. He makes the catch. for the first out of the inning. Runner at second has to stay put. How about this stat? All 4 hits off the bat of Gunnar were 106 miles an hour off the bat or higher. His weakest hit was a 106.3 mile an hour double in the 8th inning. He had other hits of 108.1, 108.9, and 111.4. Gunnar is hitting the ball hard. We love it. Here's McAdoo, first pitch, ball 1. Next offering, swing and a miss. A slider from Paredes. One ball, one strike. Popped up and out of play. 1-2. Yeah, that was the big 5-run 5th inning, right? There's a Gunner fan enjoying what appears to be a sad-looking hot dog here at the ballpark. The 1-2 up and in, and that is going to get away from Sammy. It's going to allow the runner to go to third base with the 1 out. Another just concern. Sammy, can't let that ball get past you. It's a high pitch. You didn't even have to get out of your crouch. You just didn't catch it. The count is 2-2 with that runner now at third base. And here's a ball hit up the middle, stopped by the shortstop. He holds the runner at third. Barrero, what a play. Oh, my. Jose Barrero put a gold star next to this one, folks. This ball was hit pretty hard. Very little time to react for Barrero. He dives to his left, is able to hold that runner at third and get the out at first. 2 down. The batter, Lantigua. Base hit his first time up, takes inside for ball 1. Nice play by Barrero. That pitch way outside, and now a good stop there by Basayo. His only chance to keep that ball from getting past him was to just basically dive to his right. That was way outside. The count is 2-0, and a runner at third base. You can't afford a wild pitch here. Here's a swing and a miss on a 2-0 count, 2-1. Come on, Sammy. You're in catching school here. Hey, there's a nice frame job, and the Blue Jay batter saw that frame job and says, I want to challenge it. I think this is going to be won by the batter because Sammy really lifted that pitch up. It looked low to me. I thought he had challenged. Was there an official challenge? I guess not. I thought he tapped his helmet. Okay, 2-2 the count. That ball is hit a big chopper to third. Ramos on the run makes the play, and we get out of the inning. Well, all right. Couple of mistakes there, but we worked around it. The Blue Jays leave one man on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Toronto. I need a drink. I need to get out of my chair and move around for a bit, folks, so allow me to step away for a minute. And thanks for hanging out, folks. Hit that like button, please. Think about subscribing as well. We hit 3,700 yesterday. I demand that today we get to 3,710. Is it too much to ask to make that odometer roll over just once per stream? 10 subscribers per sub count rollover. You feel me? And I know it's not 3,700. We got like 3,705. 5 subscribers today. Let's get that up to 3,710. It's not a greedy request, I feel. If you compare it to the numbers I used to do, it's a very humble request for 5 subs. All right, so be right back.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the Monster...
I wouldn't say framing would be a lost art. I mean, it's certainly going to take... It's certainly going to be less impactful than it once was with the ABS system. But again, they're not going to be able to challenge every close pitch. There's going to be... I mean, I've seen it happen. Pitches that were probably balls that were framed and got called strikes, but either the batter wasn't sure enough to think it was a ball or didn't want to risk using the challenge, and that's going to be the situation when the games count. You got to still try to frame it and hope they don't, because you got to figure they're not going to risk challenging every close one like that. So, yeah, I humbly disagree that it's a lost art. It's going to fade some, but it's not lost. It's kind of like vinyl for music. It may not be the number one format. Wow, did Cowser strike out that fast? Mason Fluharty is into the game to pitch a lefty for the Blue Jays, and it looks like Cowser just struck out on 3 pitches. Come on, buddy. Got to do better than that, man. Here's Taylor Ward, 1 out.
Taylor?
I'm going to eat this cracker/biscuit. Sorry. Here's a line drive to left. That's down for bases, extra bases. Sorry, I'm chewing right now. It'll be picked up in the corner. Taylor Ward with a 1-out double. And I picked the worst moment to take a bite of a cracker. Folks, splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
All right, a double for Ward. 105 off the bat. A 1-out double puts the tying run in scoring position for the Orioles, and here comes Pete Alonso. Come on, folks.
A polar bear stirs.
First pitch is a strike to Alonso. The 0-1 from Fluharty. Upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. Alonso 0 for 1 today. So the 2 big position player free agent well, actually Ward was a trade, wasn't he? Here's a ball hit to the left side, scooping it up on the run and throwing to first in time. Nice play over there by the third baseman for Toronto, McAdoo. Alonso is retired for the 2nd out. Ward is able to move up to third base, but again, there's 2 away now. Let's see if Sammy can deliver a 2-out RBI knock. Come on, Sammy.
Sammy.
Come on, Sammy. Lefty on lefty. And a big cut there on the first pitch. He missed it, 0-1. Sammy Basayo. He is a intimidating presence standing there at the plate. He's probably the youngest guy on the field, but certainly doesn't look his age. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch. Little foul ball. Makes it 1-2. Blue Jays, by the way, are wearing their spring training caps. But the Orioles are not. The Orioles are wearing their traditional regular season home jerseys from top to bottom today. It's a dress rehearsal, I guess. The 1-2 to Basayo. That is swung on and missed, and down he goes. The inning is over. The Orioles strand a runner at third base. But at least something happened in the inning. We got a hit, a double by Ward. It's the first hit of the ball game for the Orioles. First base runner of the day. We head to the 5th inning, 1-0 Blue Jays. Oh, am I still off screen? Okay, good. I can finish these crackers. I'll be right back, folks.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
This is great iced tea.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
I'll do the guys quickly, just forget this one.
Yeah, let's just forget this one.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes!
Oh, we've got a request for something there from Matt.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper, make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry. Let me have a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry. And I love the little twang of the guitar in that little clip. Listen once more for the guitar twang, just so you know that it's Smokey and the Bandit. It's like the redneck Citizen Kane, this movie.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper, make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
All right, a new pitcher on Sebastian Gongora. Pitched in low A and high A ball last season, 22 games, 20 starts, an ERA right on 5. Left-hander facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here. And did that hit Namala on the foot? No. 2-1 the count on Namala, who singled, stole a base, and scored the game's only run thus far. Gongora is wearing number 98 without a name on his back and was not listed among the pitchers from the tweet by Rot Kabatko earlier. So it's going to be 9 guys going 1 inning each, it would appear. 3-1 is a called strike. Full count on Namala. He'll be followed by Tarata and then top of the order, Straw. Oh, a beautiful 3-2 slider. A big break on this slider. What are they doing? They're going to challenge that? That's a strike. It's a beautiful pitch. Oh, no. It did just hang above the zone by what? 1/10 of an inch? 3/10 of an inch. It is ball 4. Hot damn. So it's a walk. I thought that was a perfect 3-2. I mean, you're never looking for a pitch like that on 3-2. Just missed getting strike 3. So a leadoff walk. Here's Tarata. He takes low and in for ball 1. Update the scoreboard. Okay, just a moment. I really do hope the scoreboard keeps itself updated better than it has so far in the spring. I think it's just a spring thing where it freezes like it does that much. I feel like during the regular season it might happen once or twice in the game, but in the spring it's a lot more frequent and annoying. So let me go over here. In-game, refresh, scoreboard, refresh. All right, 3-0 on Tarata. And that is not even close. It's ball 4. So Gongora comes into the ball game and has allowed the first 2 runners to reach base. It is a rally here for the Blue Jays building. We need to put out this fire quick. Miles Straw. This is the 3rd time through the order now for Toronto. I got one more cracker. I'll promise I'll be back on the screen here in just a moment. The first pitch to Straw is swung on and missed. 0-1. Gongora takes a look back to the runner at second. Pitch is a changeup outside, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. That is a foul ball that dribbles behind the catcher. Strike 2. First and second, nobody out. 1-2 the count on Straw. The pitch. Up and away, 2-2. This could turn into an ugly inning. It's starting to look that way. Gongora needs some help. A strikeout, a double play ball. Something to keep the runners from moving up. 2-2 pitch. That's a ground ball. It's short. They go to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. They get the middle runner. A fielder's choice puts runners at first and third with 1 out for Toronto. Straw just too fast to double up. And that'll bring up Jesus Sanchez in an RBI spot. First and third, 1 out for Sanchez. Probably the most accomplished RBI hitter in this lineup today, at least at the big league level. But we do have the advantage of a lefty-lefty matchup. If memory serves, Jesus Sanchez does not hit lefties very well at all. And he fouls the first pitch back. Was late on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Gongora. How about a double play ball right now? The 0-1 pitch. Just a bit low inside. We're not challenging that, are we? That was definitely not worth challenging. Really? That's not a strike. I bet you it's not a strike. It's not a strike. So now we're out of challenges, right? And by the way, it missed the zone by less than 1/10 of an inch, but yet I was confident it wasn't a strike. I feel like Superman. I've got eagle eye vision, folks. I knew by less than 1/10 of an inch that was out of the zone. Or maybe I just guessed right. I don't know. It feels like I was pretty confident about it being out of the zone. Here's the 1-1 to Jesus Sanchez. There's a called strike. You can see Sammy doing a lot of framing. Lifting that glove up whenever the pitch is low. Pulling it back whenever it's a bit off the plate outside. He sets up off the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, he tries to frame that one, but the ump says no. 2-2 the count. 1 out. Runners at first and third for Toronto. They lead at 1-0 in the top of the 5th. Baltimore has done virtually nothing at the plate. And this game's just about at the halfway mark. Check on the runner Straw at first. He's back standing. My eyes are getting better and better. Well, Phantom, the streams that I'm finding to watch, they're getting better. This is HD quality. I can see it better. Foul tip and strike 3. Big strikeout there of Sanchez. Runners stay put first and third. A chance to get out of the jam.
Besides that, it's on the reflexes.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That was the wrong button. Come on, Gongora. Let's get out of this. Here's Eloy Jimenez. 0 for 2 today, but he's had a good spring at the plate. So a dangerous bat. And he's got his preferred matchup facing a lefty here as well. So come on, Gongora. 1-0 the count on Eloy Jimenez. The pitch. That's a strike. Quality pitch. Instead of calling this like a real game, call it like the management would to evaluate and make decisions who would make the team and who doesn't. I mean, is that a request or a command? Folks, the producer of the BirdWatcher Channel, I'm getting a note in my ear right now that I need to completely change how I do this. That's typically what happens when we get later in the game when the starters come out there. But I need to practice calling the game, just like these players need to practice playing the game. You feel me? So if you've been around so far, Noel, I'd say the typical stream, I'm calling the game like normal for most of the first half of the game and spending more time going over topics like you're talking about in the second part of the game. 2-2 pitch. Where was it? Another challenge here? I thought we're out of them. Blue Jays are challenging. Okay, so it was called strike 3, and the Blue Jays will challenge. It is out. It is not a strike. So this inning is not over. Gongora thought he had gotten out of the inning, but that is not the case. It is a full count. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that's not close. Jimenez will take his base. That loads him up for Toronto. And here comes Albarnez. He has had enough of Gongora. Going to go to somebody else to try to get this final out and bail Gongora out. He's got 3 base runners, his responsibility. So depending on what this next guy does, he's going to decide the fate of how good or bad of a day it is going to be for Gongora. I mean, it could be an ERA of 27 or 0. We'll see what happens. We've got a call to the bullpen, folks. Break in the action. I'm still off screen, aren't I? Whoops. You're right. What was I thinking? Sorry. Well, first of all, no need to apologize. I mean, I'll admit I sounded a little bit, what is it? Snarky. Talking about producing the show. But yeah, I mean, if you have been hanging, I mean, I've seen you here more than once, right, Noel? I mean, that Phantom, wouldn't you say that's pretty much how it goes? There comes a point in the game where it's less about calling it, pitch by pitch and more about, having some conversations about various things with the team or other things going on around the league, or maybe even just some random pop culture nonsense if the game is, not a whole lot of fun to watch. Oh, boy. Carl, why bother asking? Who knows? Maybe today is his haircut day. Going down to the haircutter, you get that bowl cut. Who knows? So who's coming in here to try to get this final out? It's Joe Glassy. It's another classic guy out of nowhere coming into a game to get one out. ERA of a flat 2 in rookie ball, A ball, and high A ball for Glassy last season. It's Valenzuela, the Blue Jay catcher at the plate. First pitch changeup in there for a strike. 88-mile-an-hour changeup. I don't know about that as a choice for a first pitch when the guy doesn't really know your stuff. Here's a ground ball. Nice play at first base. Alonso will throw to Glassy, who comes over to cover the bag, and the Orioles do get out of the jam and keep this a 1-0 Blue Jay game. Folks, this game's half over. It's been a bit of a yawn fest. But plenty of time, and we're just one swing away from tying it. Hang in there, folks. Remember, yesterday we were down going into the 9th inning, held scoreless in a game that was 2-0. And we rallied. We got back in the game. Hey, thanks for taking care of, it looked like some kind of spam job there, Phantom. Hey, that's when you know the regular season is getting closer. That's when you know that the channel is getting more and more back up to speed in terms of its outreach to potential viewers. Once you start seeing these bots coming in trying to spam other channels, that's a good sign. Yeah, it gets a breakdown more towards the 7th through the 9th. Yeah, it all depends. I mean, like a game like today, it does feel like it's a little bit different. I mean, we're not even watching any of our potential starting pitchers. We went straight to Tyler Wells. And by the time we got past Jackson Kowar, we're into names of guys that we're not going to have any chance of seeing them again this season in a Oriole uniform. We might not see some of these guys in another spring training game for all we know. I'm wondering if this is like an off day for... What are they doing? Is it like just a side session instead of pitching? I mean, where isn't it? I don't expect anybody to look this up because I'm too lazy to, but I would have thought today would have been like Kyle Bradish's turn. It's somebody's turn, right? Mountcastle, first pitch here in the bottom of the fifth, will fly one out to right field. Caught out there. One quick out. Mountie retired. He's 0 for 2. This is boring. Can somebody do something, please?
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Good job. Miro, really. Hey, are you doing that Super Troopers gag? Miro? Dylan Beavers looks at a called strike. He grounded out his first time up. Yeah, some of these guys might be going back to their various jobs in a town near you. 0-2 now on Beavers. Mason Fluharty's coming in here throwing strikes. Oh, 2 pitch. Hit on the ground toward first. That's going to be... Whoa, that's a close play at the bag. And Beavers kind of hopping up and down after being called out. Wondering, are you sure? I'm sure he is out. That was very close. That was very close. But he is out. Another retired Oriole. Oh, now even my scoreboard is frozen now. So let me go back in here and see if it's doing that for you guys. Are you guys frozen right now? Fluharty's coming out of the game right now. Folks, what am I going to do? I'm not 50 years old yet. And if I'm planning on, doing this gig for another 10, 15, 20 years until I kick the bucket, how am I going to handle not being able to read or see? My vision is going, folks. Say it ain't so. Might have to get some of that LASIK surgery or something. Does that stuff work? I don't know. Let's get the scoreboard refreshed as well. Let's take a lucky break. You know I'm a Lucky Strike fan, right?
I mean, you know I'm a Lucky Strike fan from way back. So.
Folks, 4 out of 5 doctors prefer Lucky Strike. Folks, are you having a difficult day? Do you need to calm your nerves? Reach for a Lucky. They're toasted. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, there you go.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
I'm talking to whoever's listening out there, and I'm asking you, hey, hit that like button, why don't you? Subscribe, why don't you? Trying to get to 3710. I'm not overly ambitious, I promise you. That's a very modest goal. To just get what would amount to 3 or 4 subscribers during the game here today. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, Charm City Chat, I'm going to ask you to do the sales pitch. I've realized as I've done this over time that you guys saying it's worth doing carries more weight than when I say it. Because, it looks like I'm the salesman. Like I'm the I'm the huckster trying to manipulate people or something, right? Because it's my gig. But you, being the audience, being the community, if you guys were to say some positive things about subscribing and joining the community here, I think that really does help. No, I'm not trying to just pass the buck to you guys to take care of this for me. Here's a called strike 3 on Brian Ramos. So Fluharty leaves the game. Fisher is in. I guess we did have one challenge left, and Ramos is going to use it. That is not strike 3. That is a ball by 2.5 inches below the zone. Thankfully, we did have one more challenge left, and still do. Ground ball off the mound, behind the bag at second, and the throw to first is in time. Ramos is retired. Fisher comes in to get the final out here in the 5th. And the Orioles, through 5 innings, have one base runner, one hit. One hit? That's all we have? One goddamn hit? Hey, I just noticed on the vertical side, there's no scrolling text. What's that about? Where is it? It just ain't there no more. Hey, you remember that trail we came in on? It just ain't there no more. Like the woods just swallowed her up. Folks, if you know the movie I'm referencing and you type it into the chat, I'm going to hook you up with a prize, all right? I can't tell you what the prize is yet, but I'm not making it up. I'm going to give you something. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Hey, you remember that trail we came in on? It just ain't there no more. Like the woods just swallowed her up. That's all you get. Thank you, Phantom. Hey, there's Alexa. How you doing? Stop matriculating, you'll go blind. MLB Game Day is also having issues. Okay, that makes me feel less guilty about everything. Folks, I don't ask for a lot in life. I just ask to not be racked with constant guilt. Is that too much? Can I just feel, a little sense of peace and serenity? Is that okay? Am I allowed that much? Big Lebowski. What about him? What about the dude? Here's Penango at the plate. Gongora is out here for another inning of work. That's pitch number 28 from him. Penango 0 for 2. 1-1 pitch is a strike. At 95 on the heater. 17 balls and just 12 strikes for Gongora. Not a good ratio. Here's a ball that gets away from Basayo. Luckily, nobody on base. 2-2 the count. Folks, everybody here loves the Big Lebowski, right? Again, we're getting into the later innings now. You want to talk about team stuff? Well, first of all, let's go to Null. Here's a swing and a miss. Penango strikes out. Gongora with the K.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
You still with us there, Noel? I'm putting the ball in your court, buddy. Throw a topic at me. What do you want me to talk about, man? With this team, I've got opinions all over the shop. What do you want to talk about? What my idea of a good opening day lineup is, how I want the rotation to look 1 through 5, which bullpen arms on the bubble do I prefer to maybe make this team? Who would I rather get more playing time? McAdoo with a deep fly ball to right, and a nice catch over the head by Dylan Beavers. He doesn't make it look easy, but he gets the job done here. Oof. It looks like, yeah, he kind of went the wrong direction there for a brief moment, but was able to get on course and close that ball down. So 2 down in the inning. Here's Lantigua, 1 for 2. My game calling appears to improve when I'm smoking a lucky strike. Wow, I didn't realize I was being judged so much. Somebody was in here for the game yesterday critiquing. Geez, I don't know. All I can tell you, folks, is that I do not half-ass it when I'm calling a ball game, okay? There might be some times where I'm just like, ugh, I didn't want this game to be over with. But I really do take into consideration what the audience wants or needs or might like to hear, because that's what it's about. If you're on the mic, it's not just about you, it's about the audience. You want to keep them engaged. You want them to keep watching, even if it's not an exciting game. A good announcer should be able to do that. And that's a skill that I'm working on all the time. What's going on here? Oh, somebody's coming in to pinch run for Toronto at first base. I don't know who it is, but I can tell he's quick. He's small, he's wiry, and he ran down the first base. Well, wait a minute. Now, who's this guy? Wait a minute. Did a guy come in to pinch run and then leave for another pinch runner? Did they maybe illegally try to sub a guy in that wasn't available to use or something? What was that about? Somebody help me out here. What the hell just happened? I mean, I have to be wrong, but Lantigua got on. It looked like one guy went in a pinch run, and then he was lifted for another guy to pinch run. I don't know. Namala has a count of a ball and a strike. 2 down. Somebody pinch running at first base. Gongora's 1-1 pitch. Called a strike on a slider. 1-2 the count. I wish Soto was still on the Yankees. Hey, Juan Soto made a bad play in the field yesterday. Let a ball and hitting the left field just roll under his glove. It was a thing of beauty. 1-2 pitch. Fouled behind the plate. We'll do it again. Should the previous manager have been fired? You mean Mansolino, or do you mean Brandon Hyde? Oh, Phantom asks the same question. Brandon Hyde, I thought he got the shaft. Well, I mean, he was the scapegoat. Here's a ground ball in the right field. A diving attempt by the second baseman, Wilson. Somebody pick up the baseball. Right fielder coming in, Beavers, to pick up the play, but for a moment there, neither Wilson nor Beavers was addressing a live ball just laying there on the field. Somebody get that ball. 2 men on base now here with 2 down for Toronto. And it looks like another pinch runner coming in. And yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. Here's Terada up for the 3rd time today. Here's a ground ball to short. They go to second to get the force there, and that'll end the inning. So the Blue Jays have been held to just the 1 run, but the Orioles haven't done anything. No runs on just 1 hit. I'm not sure who's more frustrated. Toronto's had 6 hits, but only 1 run to show for it. We don't have any runs, but we've only got 1 hit, so it's kind of understandable. Can you imagine if the O's got Judge? No, I can't, because it's never happening. Judge is a Yankee for life. They're going to pay him whatever it takes to keep him a Yankee for life. It's a Yankee thing. That franchise right now without Judge is nothing. And, Yankee fans don't like to be honest when non-Yankee fans talk about them. I've learned that doing this channel. But Yankee fans being honest with each other, they know this. That team has 0 identity without Aaron Judge. So he's not playing for anybody else. I feel very confident in making that prediction. I don't even feel like it's a prediction. It's just, I mean, name another team where you can even imagine him putting on the uniform. It's odd enough just to see him in a Team USA uniform instead of pinstripes. But Brandon Hyde, I think, he did a lot for this team in the time he was here. He took over a team that was basically starting from the bottom up. And like Drake, he started from the bottom and then he was here. 101 win season, Manager of the Year award. Unfortunately, just didn't seem to have the skills, the clever in-game management skills that you need in the postseason. I mean, the Orioles, that series against the Rangers, a lot went wrong. And then getting swept by the Royals, I mean, nobody could hit. So there wasn't a whole lot he could do there. Nobody was hitting, but that series against Texas, I mean, it helps that the Rangers went on to win that World Series. It makes you think, well, we didn't play very well against them at all, but nobody was able to stop them. So maybe we just wasn't meant to be. We got matched up against the team that was the team of destiny that year. Weston Wilson's at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. He's got a count of a ball and 2 strikes. There might be a new pitcher on here for Toronto. Swing and a miss, and down goes Wilson. Fisher is the pitcher for Toronto, a right-hander. And he's on 10 pitches right now. Coming up next, Jose Barrero. It's just the 2nd plate appearance for Barrero with 1 out here in the 6th inning. And the first pitch is over his head for ball 1. And he's already under contract through his age 39 season. Yeah. But, Yankee for life. Like, Don Mattingly was never going to play anywhere else. Derek Jeter was never going to play anywhere else. Lou Gehrig was never going to play anywhere else. DiMaggio was never going to play anywhere else. Mantle, that's part of the Yankee, lore and legacy and the way they do things. Like when they know they've got a generational talent, they want them to be a Yankee for life. And I respect that because, usually you have to kind of overpay to make that happen because obviously you're talking about a very good player, and Judge is going to make a lot of money, and maybe in those later years he's not putting up numbers that justify the money, but you want him to be a Yankee for life. There goes Barrero striking out, 2 down in the inning. Boy, can this offense do something. 1 hit by Taylor Ward. That is it. That is it. No walks, nothing. Swing and a miss by Cowser. It's 0-1 on him. Cowser has grounded out and struck out. Yeah, and by the time you get to 2031, $40 million a year might not really sound like a very large amount. Right now, you've got, a handful of guys making an AAV at $40 million, but by then, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of guys. Hey, Cowser! A swing and a ground. A line drive base hit in the right field. I don't even know how to call it. I better light up another lucky. But hey, folks, we just doubled our hit total as Cowser smacks a single in the right field. Folks. 108.5 off the bat. I believe I caught that number. That double. The only other hit today. And catcher popping up after a pitch in the dirt. Cowser was not on the move. Although, to be honest, I'd like to see Cowser on the move here. 2 down. That's the tying run. If you get to second, and Ward can knock you in on just a base hit. 1-0 pitch, and Ward waves at one badly. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ward looked like he was looking for one pitch, realized he was getting a different one, and was mid-swing and was stuck. I want to see Cowser take off here. That pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike. It's a good count to run on right now. Let's get Cowser on the move. I don't care how good this catcher is behind the plate, potentially at throwing guys out. Let's go. Curveball. That will drop in for strike 2. See, it could have been a nice, slow breaking ball. You could have ran on that. Gotten to the second base with a 2-2 count. But it's not going to happen, is it? 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. They go to second for the force. A force that would not have been available had Cowser stolen the base. But I complain too much. That's the end of the 6th inning, folks. We go to the 7th. It is 1-0 Toronto. Pitch by pitch needs refreshing. Okay, thank you very much. That's the perfect way to let me know, by the way. I have to admit, depending on how it's worded by folks, sometimes I get a little defensive when you're talking about a scoreboard being behind or whatever. I want to keep all the information as up to date as possible, but do realize I am spinning a lot of plates. I will get better at it. It's like DJing, folks. With a little bit of practice, you can pay attention to a lot of different things at once and keep everything looking good. But I'm still in the spring. And I've got this vertical side to take care of as well. Again, I'm not trying to make excuses, okay? I take pride in what I do. Might not look like it, but I do. And I want things to look good. Looks like there's a lot of changes happening here between the innings. I'll talk about the Oriole changes. Judd Fabian is in left field now for Ward in the number 2 hole. Sam Huff in for Basayo in the cleanup spot and doing the catching. Cobb Hightower will take over at second base for Weston Wilson, and Brandon Butterworth at shortstop for Barrero. Joseph Zirwa. Last season, he pitched in college. Who for? It just said NCAA. Can you give me a team? All right, so yeah, we're at the part of the game now where if you've got questions, if you want to have a topic to, take a deep dive into, we're in that part of the game now. Barry is on the pinch hit for Straw in the leadoff spot of the Blue Jay lineup. He's got a count of 2-0. Next pitch is lined, but right to second on a bounce. And that will be Cobb Hightower making a throw to first to get the first out here. Michigan State. Thank you, Phantom. Noah, where are you at, buddy? Come on. I'm trying to take your advice. And is that J.R. Freethy? Freethy at the plate. Freethy. Just another weird name. I've got a weird last name. I should have played ball. The count on Freethy now is no balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 7th. Blue Jays lead at 1-0. Here's a ball hit to third base, charging it and throwing on the run. Nice play there, made by Brian Ramos, who's still in the game. He started the game, still in it. 2 down in the inning. Still in the ball game. Cowser's in center. Alonso still at first. Mounty in the DH spot. Beavers in right, and Ramos at third. Here is Mendoza batting for Eloy Jimenez in the DH spot. Lefty batter. He shows bunt and fouls it off. Mendoza, a legendary name in the sport of baseball. The Mendoza line. Oh, and 1 the count. Oh, Zira was about to throw his next pitch, but time had been called. Phantom coming through. Phantom, we're going to have to figure out a way to, I need a producer. Are you able to make the commute from, Texas to Thailand on a daily basis? Is that possible? Just shoot on over here and help me get through these games. 1-2 pitch, hit on the ground a second. Hightower with another play, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Folks, it's stretch time. This game has been boring, but guess what? If you didn't hear me say it earlier today, Vance Honeycutt is in the squad today. He hasn't been put into the ball game yet. They're teasing us. But let's see. You got Cowser in center field. And you have Beaver still in right field. So there's two spots that Honeycutt could potentially come in and take over. I would assume that's going to happen here in the next half inning or so. So hang in there for that Honeycutt at bat, folks. Lack of a passport. You got to have that passport, man. You should see my passport. It's been it's one of those like double-sized passports, and it is absolutely chock full of stamps, man. You know, it's a nice flat book when you get a brand new passport, but over time and with all the stamps and page flipping and what have you, those pages start to, you know, that thing now looks like a telephone book. Hey, folks, 7th inning stretch.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
On Points putting some cakes up in the griddle. Let me get in here and put some cakes up in here. I haven't been playing with the emojis like I typically do for occasions like this. There you go. BW throwing in some cakes. Excuse me. Hey, over on the vertical side, I don't mean to ignore you. Oh, hey, Bartman knew what movie I was referencing earlier. Evil Dead 2. Thank you, Bartman. I hope you didn't just type in the phrase in Google and it just spit out the answer for you. Hey, Pete Alonso. First pitch in the bottom of the 7th. He gets an extra at-bat, and he takes advantage by smacking a pitch into right field for a base hit. 105.5 off the bat, off the newly inserted lefty Michael Plasmeyer, who last season pitched in AAA for Toronto. Who's their AAA affiliate? Is it like, what is it? Should know this. Can't pull it. Yeah, Evil Dead 2. Remember that trail that we came in on? It just ain't there no more. Hey, Bartman, if you're still around, it's a good impression, right? I've probably seen Evil Dead 2 as much as any other movie that I've seen, which would put it somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 100 times. I've seen that movie. Sam Huff is at the plate. 1-1 the count on him. Swing and a miss. 1-2. CH Man 712's dropping in some love representing Fitzy. Oh, you know what? I did catch that out of the corner of my eye, and I should have made note of it. But something was going on. But yeah, Fitz. See, if Fitzy would have said something, I would have definitely not have forgotten to say something. Here's a fly ball to right field by Huff. It'll be caught out there for the first out. Alonso remains at first base. Yeah, it looked like Fitzy did a redirect. Whoa, that's a gecko shooting up my wall. Whoa, good God. That's not a gecko. What the hell is that? There is a creature in my room, and it can fly. And it is large. And what is it? Holy shit, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, folks, there is an unidentified exotic creature of some sort in my apartment. It just flew by my eyes. Who knows where it is? And I thought it shimmied up the wall. I thought it was a gecko, which I'm okay with. Me and geckos, we're okay. But then it started to fly over my head. And I don't know what it is. It looked like something out of Starship Troopers. Somebody help. If anybody sees anything fly by the camera, try and get a screenshot. Tell me what the hell I'm dealing with. Is this thing going to kill me? Ryan Mountcastle's got a count of a ball and a strike. Ah, goddamn! Holy shit. All right. That just happened. What the hell? What the hell, man? All right, it's got to be a moth. It's got to be attracted to the light. God damn it. What the hell, man? That went for my neck. I felt it on my neck. How the hell am I supposed to... Oh, my God, there's a polar bear mask. That is nightmare fuel. People, I'm in a fever dream right now. I'm living a nightmare. Is Freddy here? Mountcastle, count of 2 and 2. Yo, did anybody see it? Did anybody see it on screen? Did anybody see it? Run it back and see if you can find it, please. Holy cow. Or am I just like, you know, sometimes you feel like something's in the room and then like just a hair just like gets tickled and you're just convinced? Guys, come on. Please. I know it's hilarious. You should be laughing your ass off. 2 and 2 the count of Mountcastle, but I gotta know what the hell I'm dealing with here. Did anybody ever see The Mist? Remember those big ass flying insects in that movie? That's what I'm thinking. And I'm trapped in here. I got a green screen like right behind my back. I'm basically like in a capsule trapped with a giant flying unidentified insect, I'm guessing. I don't know what it is. Mountcastle, 3-2 pitch. That ball is going to hit in the right field and get down for a base hit. Alonso, are you thinking the 3? No. Alonso will stop at second base. Don't on point. Why did you have to say that? I've never come into contact living out here for over 10 years with a flying cockroach. I don't want it to happen now. I don't even know if they're indigenous to here. But it's flying. Looked like, okay, so bam, you saw it? A grasshopper? They don't fly, though. What the hell's in my room with me? Dylan Beavers looks at a strike. How the hell am I supposed to call this game right now? Well, on point, or not on point, null hypothesis, if you're still here. If you wanted some exciting talk in the late innings, you got it. Here's a ground ball, right side. First baseman goes to second and gets the out there, the only out. That is a fielder's choice for Dylan Beavers. First and third, 2 down. We've got the tying run at third base. This is as close as we've gotten to scoring today. Grasshoppers don't fly? Oh, do they? I'm sorry. Do they fly? Oh, I guess they do kind of. Am I thinking of crickets? I don't know. Praying mantis? All right, can we stop talking about the size of flying cockroaches? I need to go back to Bam. Bam said looked like a grasshopper type of bug. So somebody actually saw something. Here's a pop-up on the infield. The first baseman's calling off everybody, and he makes the catch. Ramos pops out to end the inning. The Orioles cannot score. We are done with 7 innings. A praying mantis is gigantic. And again, I don't know if they're indigenous to Thailand. I don't think praying mantises are found all over the world. All right, look, we've got a break. I'm going to go turn on the main apartment light and see if I can do a little inspection here, okay? Because I'm freaking the hell out. That scared the shit out of me. First, it shimmied up a wall. I mean, like, shimmied. Like this is like horror movie stuff. And then it's flying over my head, and then it's landing on my neck, and now who knows where it is. So, pardon me while I try to make sure I don't die. I'll be right back.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Monday the monster...
Friend here. Come out, wherever you are. Counselor? Counselor? Come out, wherever you are. We are back underway. Cameron Foster is on the pitch for Baltimore. Blanchard is in to hit at the catcher position. The first pitch is a strike. Next one is a little bit high, a ball and a strike on Blanchard. Cameron Foster, AA, AAA last year, made one start, 33 relief appearances, 3.11 ERA. Opponents hit just 221 off of him. Pitch is a slider that got away up and in. Giovanni Blanchard is the batter. Hit under 200 in high A ball. And he looks at a breaking ball for strike 2. 2-2 the count. It'll be a good short. I don't know. It might just be trauma. Look, this thing could just land on me at any time. Like right now, again, folks, you know what I'm talking about when you're in a situation like the one I'm in right now? Where like now every time a hair on your body just kind of flaps in the breeze of the air conditioning in the room or something, and you're just convinced it's whatever creature that you know is in the room. Like right just now, I felt something on the top of my head. A little itch, a little flutter of hair, and I'm just immediately thinking, oh, it must be this scary-ass bug. That's a leadoff walk by Foster. Foster. Australian for beer. What's worse? I would say there's nothing bad about streaming out here. I love it. The grass might be tall out here, but I'm on the 5th floor. I thought I was high enough off the ground to not be in the middle of Wild Kingdom. Colton Cowser is getting interviewed. Does that mean Honeycutt's in the game for him? It does. Look at that. BW using the old noggin. Honeycutt is in center field right now, folks. Cowser is being interviewed by the Masson broadcast team. The batter is Micheletti Jr. Eddie Micheletti? Come on. That name is too cool. Eddie Micheletti. Honeycutt will get an at-bat. The only way he wouldn't... Where did we leave off last? It was Ramos making that last out, wasn't it? It's going to be 8, 9, and 1. Yeah, he's coming up to hit in the next inning. Eddie Spaghetti at the plate. Eddie Micanetti. I mean, that is up there with Mickey Morandini for my favorite name. Here's Tucker Toman. Where did these are baseball names, folks? Again, like it's a weird phenomenon. I don't know what it is. It's like you name a guy with a name that just sounds like a baseball player's name, and they make it. Like there's so many guys named Tucker that make it into baseball. How many people know a Tucker in real life? I don't. Tucker Toman. Like, I feel like I would flip through all of my yearbooks from my school days, and I would never come across a name that stood out like a baseball name. Like, everybody I knew just had names. Like, Benjamin Butler. Sorry to throw your name out there, Ben, but haven't seen you in about 35 years. Hope you're doing well. But Benjamin Butler, I mean, there was a Brett Butler. There was a Billy Butler. I guess a Benjamin Butler is as good as anything. But, you know, it's just kind of a common name. He actually played football in high school, played quarterback at Oxon Hill, Maryland. Here's Maddox Latta. Got a whole lot of love. He loses his bat. What is the deal? That is the fourth bat to fly out of a batter's hand that I've seen calling games here in the last, 5 days. I feel like that's something you might see once or twice a year. And I've seen it 4 times, maybe 5 in a week. No sign of the mystery insect, flying creature, monster, disease-carrying parasite, whatever the hell it is, for a few minutes now. I'm hoping that they found their way in somehow. Maybe they can find their way back out. That's my philosophy in this situation. You found your way in here. Just find your ass on out. 1-2 pitch, 2 down, runner at first to Latta as a swing and a miss. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 1-0 Blue Jays. My goodness. Whenever Rhino live streams from his sister's house, all hell breaks loose. With his nephews. Oh, yeah, that's where he was for the Super Bowl then, right? I remember he had some kids on. They were watching the Puppy Bowl. But I thought that was cute. Very distracting sometimes. Hey, I would take a couple of cute little nephews running around, eating Doritos. Going, what's that? I'll take that over an unidentified monster in my room that can fly. You can't have both. All right? You can't be in my room, unidentified, and be able to fly and land on my neck at one point. I got to go back. When did it happen? When did it happen? I got to be... Oh, I'm off screen? How long? I forgot. I've been off screen for a long time. Honeycutt's due up 3rd. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did say he's going to hit in the next inning, right? Yeah. Because Ramos was the last out, and then you have Wilson, who's now Hightower, Barrero, the number 9 hitter, now Butterworth, and then Honeycutt. Yeah. I got it right. Dag nabbit. Bartman calls Evil Dead 2, it's one of the films of all time. Not one of the great films of all time, just one of the films. Javen Coleman, a lefty on to pitch for the Blue Jays. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Blue Jays have out-hit the Orioles 6-4. First pitch swinging, Cobb Hightower fouls it away. I looked it up, and there's apparently 3 different types of fly. Stop saying cockroaches, all right? I've never had any cockroaches, flying or not flying, in my apartment. Why would it start now, and why would they need to fly? It doesn't have to be a cockroach. All right? That makes it sound like I'm living in squalor, all right? I might have a place that's sometimes a little messy, you know, so a little bit of clutter, but it's sanitary. I should not have anything with the word roach in this room, okay? Let's just throw out the roach theory. I'm going with maybe a moth, okay? I'm a little happier with that theory. That sounds less like... And I just don't want to hear anything about a flying cockroach. Oh, God. What did you say? There's 3 common in Thailand, one of which is the American cockroach, which is the one we've got here. Why is there an American cockroach in Thailand? Who the hell brought it over here? What jerk got on a plane with an American cockroach and breeded it over here? Bam, who's the one that said they saw it, says it wasn't a cockroach, it was grasshopper color. What, like a light green? Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is then. Yeah, greenish. Yeah, you know what? It does kind of look like like a cross between a small praying mantis and a grasshopper. I didn't know it could fly though. I've seen them hanging out like on door. I think they're attracted to light and working in the middle of the night with a giant ring light. That's why I turned my other light on. Hope to attract it to another light source. Hey, let me shut up, folks. Vance Honeycutt is at the plate. I brought the cockroach eggs in my clothes. Null. How dare you, sir? Vance Honeycutt. Everybody, pay attention. Here we go. First pitch is called a strike. Top of the zone. A slider from Coleman. Honeycutt is batting 1,000 in the spring. 4 home runs, a single. He's also drawn a walk. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. It is 0-2 on Honeycutt. So it's not a roach, okay? I just want that to be clear. Like, I get it. Even in a clean house, an occasional filthy little insect can make their way in, like a roach. And if one can fly, I guess that makes it even easier. Honeycutt into left field. Oh, it's going to be an out. Hit right to the left fielder, but another solid swing. Pulling the ball straight to left. But that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. The Honeycutt at bat has happened, and he is no longer batting 1,000, folks. It's over now. The Honeycutt craze has died down now. Until he plays in a couple of days and hits another 471-foot homer, then we're right back to it. How dare you accuse me of being the one to smuggle the American cockroach over to Thailand? How dare you? Judd Fabian's at the plate. 1-1 the count on him. Folks, I'm just enjoying being off screen right now. I'm smoking a lucky swing, foul ball, 1 and 2. Actually, I think what I'm doing is I'm staying off camera because I'm afraid that if this thing does land on me again while I'm on camera, I don't want the embarrassment of another on-camera reaction. Fabian with a ball to shallow right. It's going to be caught. That is the end of the inning. We go to the 9th. It is still 1-0 Blue Jays. I tell you what. Remember a week or two ago when my internet just totally crapped out on me? I wish this was the day it did it. There was no World Baseball Classic game for America tonight, and this game is an absolute snooze fest that I would have preferred to just get a day off of full rest had I known what I was in for. Folks, hit that like button if you don't mind. We're only in the mid-30s. Come on now. Over there on the vertical side as well. If you don't mind hitting the like button, we really got to work on that. We're not even getting the double digits on likes on the vertical. And there's been streams where the vertical has put up about 1/3 of the views. So I'm thinking 1/3 of the likes, but it's not. It's more like 1/10 of the likes going on over there on the vertical. You guys need to get in on that thumbs up, folks. That's how us YouTubers stay alive when we're not fighting off mystery grasshoppers. All right, I'm gonna try to look this up. Phantom's looking up flying cockroaches. I'm just gonna Google Thailand flying grasshopper looking insect. See what I get. Thailand flying grasshopper looking insect. Yeah, does that help? Oh yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. We do have flying grasshoppers over here. I'll be damned. It's the katydid. It's the katydid, folks. Those are cute. I like katydids. I didn't realize they had katydids here. Extremely long, thin antennae. Common in trees and bushes. Well, I know I've got bush.
Got bush. We've got bush.
Here's a leadoff base hit for Toronto. Nunez is the final pitcher of the day for the Orioles, unless he absolutely just can't get anybody out. But he gives up a leadoff base hit here. Here is Carter Cunningham hitting in the 9th spot for Toronto. I don't know who's on base. Who was before Cunningham? That was Harry, I think, that got that base hit. Harry. First name will never be known. Let me see. J. Harry with a leadoff single here in the top of the 9th. And again, this is the 9th pitcher of the day for the Orioles. Good grief. Anthony Nunez on the mound. 0-2 the count on Cunningham. Runner at first, nobody out in the top of the 9th. 1-0 Blue Jays. Yep, Honeycutt damaged goods. What But John Kinsey Noel is in at first base, and a nice pickoff move by Nunez. Looked like we might have gotten the runner at first out, but the ball got away from Noel, and I'm not sure who to blame for that. Because, again, if that ball's caught and held onto and applied, I mean, it's right there for the tag. That looked like it might have been a pickoff. 0-2 pitch to Cunningham. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. One away. What's that? Flying Yankee fans in the apartment. Oh, now that I will not. That's the worst. That's the worst case scenario. Folks, imagine having to tolerate Yankee fans who have the ability to fly. Here's a fly ball to center field, backing up and making the catch out there. Is Honeycutt in center? Yes, sir. That's out number 2. Runner still at first base. Freethie will come up for a second time today. Freethie. How about you free me for many more of this? I mean, we come up to hit one more time. We're down 1 run. We could still win this damn game. But, you know, I want to see some offense, man. It's been like 2 or 3 straight games of not a whole lot of hitting. I thought you said we're done talking about cockroaches. Hey, you know, I think I come up with good ideas. It doesn't mean I'm good at executing them myself. I'm the idea man. Okay? Doesn't mean I'm good at it. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles need 1 run to tie, 2 to win. And I demand something. At least, like, get a runner in scoring position here. Come on, folks. Give me something. I'm munching on some more crackers. I may as well before all the roaches get to them. Oh my God, there it is. There it is. Oh my God. Oh my God, there it is. Where's my... Where did you go? Where the hell did you go? I just went to grab my shoe and now you're not there. Son of a bitch. Man, that is too large. This room is not big enough for the 2 of us. Come on, man. How am I supposed to go to sleep knowing you're in the room? You were just right there. You sneaky bastard, where are you? That is not a grasshopper. And it's not green either. It's brown. It's not a roach. It's a large, just, I don't know what the fuck it is. But I want it out of here. Where are you, you bastard? So you can both crawl and shimmy up walls at 30 miles an hour and fly? What the hell are you? John Kinsey Noel at the plate. It was right there. It was almost within arm's reach. Right to the Just right there on the wall. I'm like, all right, dude, stay right there. Let me go grab a shoe. And I come back, and it is just nowhere now. Where did you go? You didn't... It's the kind of bug that you can tell doesn't really freak out just when it sees movement. Like, I moved a little bit, and it just kept crawling its way up the wall like it didn't give a shit. So I'm like, okay, I'm cool. I go grab a shoe. As long as I don't make any sudden movements, I can just walk back over and squish this thing into some paste. And it's just gone now. A cicada. I don't want to have to hunt anything. This is not a katydid. There is nothing cute about this thing. It's nasty looking. I'd rather it be a roach. This thing is... Ah! God damn it! Son of a... Rest in peace. It's over now. It's over now. One of us had to die. Holy shit. Damn. It was crawling underneath my fucking table when I found him again. Just probably trying to gradually work its way up my leg until I felt it so I could freak out again. No, I got you that time, you little bastard. Dude's losing it. I hate that, Noel. Come on, are we friends or not? Like, I'm in the room with you. You act like I'm like a third party or something. BW, that's the name. And yeah, I lost it, but guess what? It's over now. I'm good. I'm feeling good. Creed Willems with a ground ball to third. He is out. That's the second out of the inning. I missed the first out, and Noel got on base at some point, so I'm happy for him. Wow. God, man. I mean, this bug is so large. I have to pick it up with a bag like it's a dog turd. Good grief. Dude. Two down in the bottom of the ninth. Coming back on your screen, whether you want to see me or not. And here's a ball hit to second base, thrown from the outfield grass, and this ball game is over. Folks, just in time, I think. Where is it? Hey, how you doing, everybody? There's your ball game. The Orioles lose 1-0. And an absolute stinker of a ball game. Highlight of the game, a bug in my apartment. And that thing was on my neck for like a second. So I'm going to have to go take like a Silkwood shower now. And get all of that off of me. Good grief. What a great night. A terrible ball game. Traumatized. What else? I don't know. Maybe that was like the I don't know. I'm going to sit here and have a lucky, folks. I've been through trauma now. That was tough. We'll talk, if you want to talk about the box score and whatever. If you want to do that, go right ahead. Throw out a comment in the chat. Throw out a question. I got to just decompress here for a little bit, Come on. That's, again, I live in Thailand, folks. Most of the creatures out here that are kind of new to me, like a gecko, for example. I remember the first, night I was here. I was staying in a hotel. Well, it wasn't kind of a hotel / resort thing. I overspent. It was my first time here. I didn't realize I didn't need to, pay like for some fancy little room, get a nice cheap room and all the stuff you want outside your room anyway. But yeah, the first night there, the geckos, they all just love crawling up the outside walls of the building. So you come home after a night out, first time in this country, and I'm like trying to walk back up the stairs into the lobby of my building, and it's just geckos, like just wall to wall. Like, it was frightening. Like, I'm like, are they going to part like the Red Sea for me here? Or what do? I just start stepping on them? Like, how the hell do I get? It's like the floor is lava, but it's geckos. I can't get over. Help. But that was a strange thing because I've never stayed anywhere else where the geckos were that prominent. They just loved that property, I guess. I'm sorry, am I boring you? BW, okay, so somebody wants to know something. I want to know why some of the guys that have no chance at making the open day roster are getting playing time. Well, I think, first of all, you'll be happy to know that it's probably just a couple of days away from several roster cuts. They've been making a few cuts here and there in the past few days, but there's probably going to be a considerable amount of cuts. I would say a lot of guys that you saw in this game today, you're not going to see again for the rest of spring training. We saw Boston Bateman. Was that today or yesterday? I can't even remember. I don't think we're probably going to see him again. I think that was just a one-off, just to give him the experience of participating with, some major leaguers in Albernez and everything. It's a practice. If we were doing something out of pocket that other teams were, this is standard stuff. It's standard. I don't know if that's gonna make you happy to hear, Matt, but I do want to see a couple of players get more reps, more at bats, but more at bats for some guys like Cowser, more chances to play in the field like Mayo. Because, certain guys need to work on certain things. And that takes precedent over a guy that we know, that's not making the team, just getting some experience in the spring. But I'm not worried about that too much. I hope that answers your question. Cowser, Ward, Alonso, Melny went all 1 for 3 today. Noel back in the game and got a single also. Yeah. I do hope we have a way to stash John Kinsey Noel if he can't make. I mean, I just, with Mountcastle still on the team, I mean, where do you put Noel? I guess he can play in right field, but you know, a right-handed corner outfielder. We've already got O'Neill, and Ward's playing every day in the other corner, right-handed. I mean, I just don't know where. I don't know how many at bats Noel would be getting, unless there was an injury or something, and like he could get a lot of at bats DHing. On point with a super chat, and it's orange, my favorite super chat, an orange one, folks.
Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
It is nice that despite this being a really crappy game, that Cowser, Ward, Alonso, and Mountcastle, guys that we are counting on to make the team, to all at least get one hit today, and a pretty light hitting day. They got something. Did they try to sell you insurance? Who's that? Oh, the geckos? Yeah. Luckily, they don't talk over here. That stupid talking gecko. That ad campaign has been on now for, what, 30 years now or something? Bring back the Energizer Bunny. Cows are now hitting 273 in the spring. That's good to hear. 273 for Cowser. That's good. Exactly, BW. We need to see these guys get the reps. Yeah, Matt. And again, I think you're going to see a ramp up for those guys getting more regular at bats and, you know, innings in the field here in the coming days. There's going to be cuts. They're gonna pare down the roster and start honing things here pretty soon. That's just the annual sort of process. Phantom says Noel, I think, is not on the 40-man roster and assigned to AAA, so I think he's stashed, but I could be wrong. I can't remember if we passed him through waivers. I mean, if you're saying like actually, first of all, sorry, but a $20 super chat means I need to stop and address it as a priority, because my goodness, On Point deserves it. But I'll wrap that other thought up in a sec. On Point says, for surviving in X-Files episodes while calling this game. Yeah, X-Files, I don't know, Tremors, or I don't know, any of those, like back in the 70s, there was a movie called Swarm. It was kind of a trending type of movie for like horror. I think ever since Hitchcock's The Birds, there was about a 10 to 15 year run of movies of just stuff that would attack a town flying around. There's a famous one with a bunch of giant bunnies, and it's got, I think, Leonard Nimoy in it. It is hilarious. If you guys are interested in something absolutely way out in left field, I can't remember the name of this movie. It's got a strange title, but I've seen it. It's hilarious, because basically what they do is just take these giant close-up shots of rabbits and like pretend that they're like, 3 stories tall or whatever. And they attack a town. It's like Night of the something, I think. I want to say Ephus, like the Ephus pitch, Night of the Ephus, but that can't be it. It's some weird name. I'm pretty sure Leonard Nimoy was in it, but yeah, Swarm was another one. Yeah, it was a subgenre there for a little while, but yeah, thank you, On Point, for the super chat. And yeah, Phantom, if you're telling me that you're saying you're not sure, but it would be great if that's the case, obviously, if it's already set up to where we get to hold on to Noel, not have to worry about him, making the decision of make the team or cut him, because he's still young, and I know there's plenty of power there, and I've been impressed with a couple of plays he's made in the field, you know. So I want to hold on to him. Matt says going to be a great season. Yeah, folks, hit the like button on Points Super Chat if you don't mind. That always helps encourage more such things. On Point saving my goodness. You know what I'm going to do with that $20? You know what I'm going to do with that $20 on Point? I'm going to buy one of those giant nets that people like sleep under. Because from now on, I think I'm permanently scarred for life after what happened tonight. So yeah, just one of those giant mosquito nets or whatever to just, not even when I go to sleep, just wear it all the time. Just a protective layer. Because I do not want anything. I mean, it's so violating. You know, it's one thing to be walking around out in nature and have some random insect land on you. I'm sure that's happened to you more times than you can count. It's happened to me more times than I can count. I remember one year, where the cicada came around, the 17-year locust. What year was it? Like 2005 or 6? It was whatever year Napoleon Dynamite came out, because I remember distinctly walking from my house to the local theater where it was playing, and by the time I'd gotten to the box office, my shirt had about 20 or 30 cicadas on it. So yeah, I can deal with a random bug. Oh, that's it, Night of the Lepus. Thank you. Night of the Lepus. I said Night of the Ephus. I was so close. Yeah, folks, check out Night of the Lepus. It's absolutely hilarious that they tried to pass that off as like a thriller. Like you're supposed to be scared by these bunny rabbits. But what was I saying? Yeah, so long story short, the reason why I feel so violated is it's like you don't want to be in your own apartment, especially I live in a little studio apartment, guys. And when I'm streaming, I'm basically sitting like an astronaut in an Apollo mission. Like there is virtually no space. It's very confined and kind of claustrophobic. So to have a giant insect land on your neck in the middle of the night in mostly darkness besides this YouTube ring light on me. Just the whole combination of things that was traumatizing. I did not like that. And I am going to enjoy watching myself react to it. I can't lie, folks. As soon as I sign off, I'm going to watch me have a freak out on camera. And I'm sure the microphone picked up a lot when I was off camera, too. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Great movie. There's been a couple of iterations. Which one are we talking about? You got the one from the 50s. You got the one from the 70s with Donald Sutherland. They're both good. Oh, DeForest Kelley, Phantom. Do you see how my brain works, though? Do you see how, like I have knowledge, but it's like, it's been like, like my wiring isn't quite right. Like I picked the wrong Star Trek actor. I picked the wrong Star Trek actor. All right, I could have said it was Scotty. I could have gotten it even worse. I could have said it was George Takei or whatever. Yeah, DeForest Kelley, Night of the Lepus. Thank you. I really hope it's not. I really hope it's going to be a great season. We need a great deep playoff run for that to happen, in my opinion. Yeah, folks, we know the deal. I mean, would we be happy to just get back to being a playoff team, considering how bad things went last year? On some level, yes. But if we get to the playoffs and it's a first-round knockout with not a whole lot of fight, which has been the case the previous 2 Octobers before 2025, yeah, that would suck. We need to make some kind of dent in October. Damn it. I was cheating with Google, and apparently a lot of people make that mistake, so it was an easy find. Yeah, again, if you just Google, I think 70s movie with attacking bunny rabbits, it's probably going to get you there. Deep into the playoffs is a failure. Oh, come on, Matt. You're saying, I mean, is a pennant enough, or does it have to be win the World Series? I'm satisfied with a pennant because I know that if we were to get into the World Series with 90% chance facing the Dodgers, and if we lost to the Dodgers, I'm not going to sit here and feel like it was a bad season. We just won our first pennant in 43 years. I'm going to still feel pretty happy about it. I feel safe in knowing that well in advance, whether it's this year or whatever year. Just winning a pennant it means something to me. Winning a division title used to mean something to me, but it really doesn't anymore. I Googled Leonard Nimoy movie with rabbits, and it came up anyway, right away. Yeah, so that's Google just understanding how the human brain works. It's like, we know what you're talking about. We know who you mean. We know you've had one too many bong hits, and you just can't. Those synapses just aren't firing just right. I would consider a pennant a success. Yeah, I mean, come on, folks. That should be enough to feel something good about, right? If we get to the World Series, I'd be very happy with the season. Heck, if we get to Game 7 of the ALCS, I'd be happy with our season. As long as if we lose Game 7 in non-heartbreaking fashion, like I'm of the thinking if our team gets to Game 7 of an ALCS and the outcome is known to be we're going to lose, don't let it be close. Don't let it be a heartbreaking one bad decision might have made the difference. Just let them crush us or let our pitcher get lit up, had a bad day or something. Something where, you can begin to, grieve quicker and probably finish grieving faster than if it was a close one in a Game 7. Listen to me talk about scenarios that we haven't been close to being in 2 generations. It's been so long. Folks, I don't know why I'm still streaming. I should be signing off. Again, I'm kind of taking advantage of the folks that are still here and their company after going through a traumatic experience. I'm really not trying to over-dramatize it. I did not like that. And I hope that's the last time that happens on stream. It won't be the last time it happens in life. Surely. I'll find a weird bug in my bathroom or something once in a while, but a flying bug while live streaming landing on my neck, let that be a one-off, please. I guess I'm impatient. No, you're not impatient, Matt. Everybody who's an Oriole fan, unless you just started following the team, we have been waiting long enough. We have been waiting long enough. You have every right to, just feel like, damn it, I want to win. And I'm right there with you, man. I want to be a contender, and I want to get respect. God, we were so close. Remember all the guys representing the All-Star team just a couple of years back? That was it was the All-Star game after the 101-win season. And it was the moment where we started to basically free fall after that All-Star break, second half of 2024. And then last year, just everything going backwards. But yeah, when we peaked mid-season 2024, had Adley starting in the All-Star game, Gunnar starting, Westberg got to start because somebody else didn't. Corbin Burns did Corbin Burns start the All-Star game as well? I want to say. I mean, we had the American League in our back pocket. And it was only a season and a half ago. So that's why I have a lot of confidence that, getting the right staff in here and getting the players we need in here. I'm excited. Winning the World Series would because then we'd have the same amount of rings as they've had since 2001. Yeah, I looked back. Yeah, it's since 2001, the Marlins and the Yankees both have one ring. And the Marlins had a second one, but that was like 97 or 98, and the Yankees, that's between that and 2001, that's when they had their dynasty. So I can't really lump in Miami's second ring, or else I'd had to add like 3 rings for the Yankees. But yeah, since like 2001, and folks, that's a quarter of a century. I think that's fairly long enough amount of time to say this is not a bug, this is a feature. The Yankees are not these perennial juggernaut, intimidating presence of a team that they once were. They just aren't. And even back in the days of like, I don't know, like the mid to late, whoa, something has dropped on the, back in like the mid to late 80s when they weren't very good, you still knew that when you went to Yankee Stadium, it was tough. There was a vibe there, and it was not an easy place to go play. That's just not the case anymore. It's so obvious. And I don't think that's something they can ever get back. They might start winning again. They might have another dynasty because they got a lot of resources. They certainly have, with the right people, they certainly can win some World Series again. Maybe in a 5-year span, win 2 or 3 World Series at some point. But right now, even though they were there a couple of years ago in the Fall Classic playing the Dodgers, the Yankee 5th, I just and even though they tied basically with the Blue Jays for the best record in the American League last year, there's just something not what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say there's something false about their record, because I as much as I don't like the Yankees, I'm not trying to say something that they don't deserve. I mean, they're a good team. That's just, they should be better than they are. They really should. They should be better. If I'm a Yankee fan, I would be pretty upset with the last several years, these Aaron Boone years. I would be so ready to be moving on from Aaron Boone at this point. But the Yankee front office doesn't seem to be in any hurry to find somebody new to manage the team. I just feel like the way they are is the way they're, I think they peaked getting to that World Series. I could be proven wrong, and Yankee fans just put this statement in the archives and use it against me later if you'd like. But that's just my feeling. That's just my honest feeling. Not even, the rah-rah feeling of like, I want them to lose. I want them to fail. No, just being realistic and honest. I think they kind of need to not necessarily rebuild like other franchises do a rebuild, but like they need to kind of clean house, I think, from the top down, and sort of try to. I don't know why I'm offering a suggestion to the team I hate, but again, I'm just being honest. I feel like if the Yankees want to if their fans want to ever have a shot at getting back to those days of being able to flex like they used to for good reason, they need to get rid of Cashman and, Hal Steinbrenner. I think, he's not George. I just don't think he cares as much, and it shows. Care about, profit, sure, but care about doing whatever it takes to win the series year in, year out. I don't think Hal has that do whatever it takes kind of bulldog mentality that George had. And I don't think that's ever going to change. We are who we thought they were. Steinbrenner, Cashman, Boone. I think they got a clean house there and bring in some fresh people and start from there. But until then, I see the Yankees as a team that's perennially a playoff level team, just based on having a kind of payroll where they can pretty much just throw money at a problem to address it. It usually winds up being dead weight on their payroll the following year or whatever. There's so many examples. DJ LeMahieu's and Alex Verdugo's and, take your pick. They go through them like Kleenex on these big contracts, and teams like us can't operate that way, but they can, and that helps them sort of stay competitive, even if, there's a lot of, what's the word? Incompetence going on with the guys making the big decisions. You feel me, folks? I think I'm done waxing philosophic about the New York frickin' Yankees. Screw them. Screw the Yankees. I enjoy hating them. And, I think baseball is better for it. I'm glad that their best years were before the Orioles were even a team, and I'm happy that Babe Ruth, Baltimore legend, is their their top dog among all the legends. He's the guy, the Babe. The house was built for him, but he's our guy. That's our guy right there. All right, folks. Let me see if somebody's streaming, and there probably is, because it's the weekend and there is World Baseball Classic going on. all day through the night. So let me see who's on, and I'm going to send you over there, and I'm going to now be able to sleep like a baby, knowing that the giant Starship Trooper bug in my room has been defeated. Yes, son of a... All right, wait a minute. I just clicked the wrong button. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Go into here. There you go. Do you remember how this works, BW? Okay, Dr. Delay. Well, it's not baseball. Looks like college hoops. I would have thought some sort of baseball game would have been on by now, but no. It's going to be college hoops with Dr. Delay. I can't tell who it is. Who is that? Boston University versus Navy. BU versus Navy. That's where you're going. Say hi to Dr. Delay for me, folks. That's going to do it. I'm done. Seriously, I'm exhausted, and I've got reason to be. Hope you enjoyed today's game. Come back tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be... Do I have it scrolling on my screen? Who are we playing? It's the Cardinals, I think. I'm exhausted. Yankees and Mets are playing right now. Well, folks, if you don't want to hang out with Dr. Delay, then, yeah, we're playing the Cardinals tomorrow. 12:50 p.m. Eastern. I'll be on the air. Hope you'll join me. And you folks, if you don't want to hang out with Dr. Delay, then I beg you, go search out a Yankee play-by-play channel and go be the Doug of that channel and see if it works. See if you're treated with more respect than I treated our friend here, because apparently I wasn't nice enough to all of his insults or something. I really don't understand his logic, but I don't need to. So there's that. All right, folks. I'm done. Bug is dead. On point. Thank you for that super chat. That saved my bacon. Thanks to the mods here in the chat for keeping the chat nice and charming. It was a pretty small turnout today. Kind of weird how I'm doing better during the weekday than I am on the weekend with this stuff. Thanks to everybody for hitting the like button and all the other things that you do to help keep this channel growing. I can't wait for this regular season to get started. We are getting one day closer, folks. We're going to have some kind of special... maybe on the eve of opening day, a hangout here, podcast, whatever. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, but I'm going to be so just adrenaline is just going to be pumping. I know already because I know how it works every year. I go through this. So I'm going to be really giddy, and I'm probably going to want to talk and just talk about every single thing that we can possibly do to prepare ourselves for this season. So there'll be some kind of event for that. Otherwise, World Baseball Classic's going to continue tomorrow night. USA against Mexico. That's a nice matchup. And I hope you'll be here for that. But if you want to stick with the O's, we're on tomorrow afternoon. Playing the Cardinals, 12:50 p.m. Eastern start time. Until then, folks, this has been the BirdWatcher and a dead bug. And we will chirp. Well, I'll chirp at you later. This thing is never chirping again. Good grief. I can't wait to listen or watch this thing fly onto my neck. God, that was terrible. What if it just bore its fangs right into me as I'm live streaming and just blood started gushing out like it was just some sort of apocalyptic bug out of some horror movie, and it just started ripping my neck out. Wouldn't that have been a fun stream? I don't know. Just wanted to go out with a fun visual for everybody. All right, you guys have a good rest of your weekend. We'll catch up soon, all right? Oh, wait a minute. Is it still Saturday there or Sunday? Yeah, it's Sunday. All right, yeah. So I'll catch up with you on Monday, all right? Take care, folks. Until then, this has been the Birdwatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. All right.